Greetings, TheWarOwl greets you, and I'm going to be showing you here once again another 5 versus 5 Counter-Strike Global Offensive match. And this one, usually I show you guys European matches, but this one is actually going to be from Japan. Thought it'd be interesting to show you some Counter-Strike Global Offensiveness from around the world. So here we go. This is from the Go ASAP number 4. From Japan. They are setting up to do the knife round to determine which side they will be starting on. So we see here there are two teams playing against each other. LD50, who looks like it is going to be the Fools up there, and they're going to be playing against TiCXIS. Not sure how you pronounce that. Let's just say TiCXIS Gaming. Alright, it looks like TiCXIS did in fact win the knife round, so they'll be able to decide what side they will start on. Of course, they'll pick the counter-terrorist side. So now the teams are ready to start the match as they ready up here to play some Counter-Strike. We will return when the teams are ready. Alright, looks like the teams are ready, setting up here for the first round, the pistol round, the most important round of the game. Pistol round is incredibly important as terrorists. If you can win it, you can pretty much guarantee yourself the first 3 points, which is quite significant. So here they go now, playing on the map DE Nuke. Nuke, of course, is a vastly counter-terrorist-sided map. We'll check out how these counter-terrorists are setting up here for first round. They've got 2 players here inside of the ramp side. Looks like it is going to be a vent special. They will be going downstairs as fast as possible to plant this bomb. And here is Alkioni coming from around the from behind, went down after them. Bomb actually was planted right there, so it looks like they will be able to defuse this. Now a 2 versus 2. Both of the terrorists are upstairs, so they will have to hold off those vents. Here's Pusia watching from the other position to take care of them. They pop down and kill Alkioni. So now a 1 versus 2. Terrorists do have a positional advantage, but wow, nice job. Pusia jumps down there and mows both of them down, and now we'll be able to defuse that bomb. Congratulations! Looks like TiCXIS will win that first round by a hair there. Bomb almost exploding, no defusal kits in sight. There he goes, picks up the defusal kit off of his buddy there. If he ran for the defusal kit and then started defusing, it would have actually gone faster than just doing it without the kit. But he could have made it without the kit, so there's no reason really not to. Alright, starting the second round. Let's check out what these counter-terrorists will be buying. Actually, not really able to see. There we go. We do have an M4 here on the back of Pusia. MP7. Another MP7. Looks like they are preferring to use the MP7s. And terrorists now taking position. 3 of them in lobby. 2 of them are outside. TiCXIS going to be playing very passive. No reason to push at this point. If they put themselves in a disadvantageous position, they could lose a few players. Looks like they will be moving ramp. Going up to Pusia once again to hold this off. Good shooting there. His buddy drops down from the other position. This is Chenman, or I'm not going to be able to pronounce that correctly. He does go down. Looks like the terrorists will be committing to this push, and the other counter-terrorists coming from behind, bottleneck him and take him down. So no surprise there. That round was 100% going to be going to those counter-terrorists. Alright, moving on to the third round, and check this out. Terrorists did buy. They're doing a full AK-47, all 5 of them with AK-47, no AWP. Well, sometimes you use that AWP for outside. They're not going to be doing that. Here they go now. Splitting up, 2 players outside, 3 inside of the lobby. Looks like they're going to be playing for picks, and then going based on those picks. So there's some pre-shooting going on through the smoke here. Those smokes are to delay any sort of push inside. Alright, the 2 players now creeping a little bit outside. They have good smoke screen, and they are able to get by. Now, this is bad for the counter-terrorists because it sets themselves up to have to watch too many places at once. They already have people in the back, so they've got to set some people downstairs to watch and make sure these guys don't get behind enemy lines. And counter-terrorists now have really let the water flood in here. 1 player is going to be waiting for that. That is Akioni there. I'm not going to be able to pronounce these correctly. And Keith getting very good position back here while his buddy creeps around the front. His buddy should make some noise. And good trade there. Keith taking out 1 player. They did have a counter-terrorist on either side in there. Now it looks like the other terrorists will be getting ready to take upstairs. Here they go now. And good take upstairs. They got that 1 player downstairs to distract. Here he comes now. Up through the vents. Now they will have upstairs. Counter-terrorists will have to retake this from heaven. That's not going to be easy. Marin Coming from behind, good shot. Oh, does not turn and run away in time. Here's Pusia, and he does go down. Looked like he was going to be MVP there for the counter-terrorist. Doing really well so far. Look at that, 5-1 right off the bat. But terrorists did steal that round, putting themselves at 1 point. That was 1 point that TiCXIS probably wanted. Of course, the weapon advantage goes for the terrorists in those situations, because counter-terrorists don't necessarily upgrade to M4s and such. So let's check it out. Looks like counter-terrorists will be saving. We've got P250s and some P2000s. And terrorists, this is really their round to win. The counter-terrorists saving all over the map. They can play as passive if they want. They don't want to put themselves in a bad position. We do see Beck there in an interesting position. Let's get a look on that. He's on top of the vent. This is not somewhere people normally look, so let's see if he surprises this player. Looks like he wants to try and peek. And, okay, so terrorists look like they're going to be committing to coming over here and taking ramp. From here, they could go upstairs. They're leaving 2 players in lobby, so they think they're going to go heaven and then take upstairs. Good flash. The flash was to take out a player who is in the headshot box. And here is Mesovic. Will be falling back, so it looks like terrorists now will be going downstairs, surrendering the lobby. This is a difficult rotate for those counter-terrorists. They got one guy, I think, in a forward position. Here he is, Pusia, once again, inside of this little toxic room here. And could pop out when they try and plant the bomb. There's the bomb plant sound. And not able to make it happen. Does try to do a AD spray the gun, but it did not work out for him there. Here's Keith. Oh, Keith does go down. That's interesting. Only 1 counter-terrorist left. And almost able to kill the bomb planter. Oh, doing a great job. And that's not going to happen. 3 players all over there. He held out for quite some time. Did not expect that. All right. And now 2 versus 2 or 2 points to 2 points. Counter-terrorists should be able to buy. We check out that money. And they haven't bought anything yet. They're still planning it, deciding what they're going to do. And what? We'll be doing a double save. That's weird. Usually in that situation, counter-terrorists would be buying. They have enough money to, and then have 2 players with FAMAS. Or even, or 1 player with FAMAS there. And what is Beck doing? Very far forward, waiting for a player to push here. And, oh, he does get the headshot, but that is not going to be enough. Terrorists should feel secure to push now. They know that these counter-terrorists are saving. And here they come now, taking the ramp once again. Those 2 players in lobby are moving to help them, so they will be going downstairs once again. Here's Keith leading the charge. We'll be going for that bomb plant. There's Pusia hiding there, and good shot. Very nice shot, taking that player down. And there's another player. Now just 1 left. They know where he is. Oh, great shot. Marin there, killing 2 players. He's got 1 more he could kill there, who has 2 health left. Picks up the AK-47, and somehow not able to hit that player. Those bullets should have gone through that thing, but they did not. And does lose. So the Fools, who I was told is called LD50, looks like they are coming back. 3 points now. TiCXIS winning the first 2. So that's very good for terrorists on this map. That's going to put them very far ahead. I should mention that this is, of course, a best of 3 series. So there are possibly 3 games in this. The winner of this first game doesn't necessarily win the whole thing. So a fail attempt there at a vent special. That is where the players run through the squeaky door and then go right downstairs in the vents to get the bomb planted as quickly as possible. That was quite a failure. That is a strategy that doesn't really work as well in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. You don't see it as much. And I think that will just... I think they just... LD50 there, the Fools, have just thrown away their lead, which is very unfortunate. And Impatient does go down. Or Impatient. What is that? Impalement. There we go. Sorry, I am not familiar with these players. Hopefully, we get more of these games from Japan. We will become more familiar with these players. So now 3 versus 3, all tied up. Counter-terrorists starting to come back. And looking good. I mean, terrorists are still going to be ahead with 3 points. On Nuke, you want to be shooting for 3 to 5 points as terrorists. They've already met the minimum quota for being able to win the game. Set themselves up so a pistol round won't end it for them. And TiCXIS moving around the map. We do have one player here, Vortex, waiting for that smoke to clear. He is trying to pre-shoot that player. And the smoke is cleared, so now he has a shot. Is not able to hit it. And we do have one player here, Impalement, sneaking outside. There's one player right to the bottom right of him. And we'll see if he figures this out. Oh, is able to spray him down. Good little fight there. Down to just 1 health. Is able to take downstairs. This will allow the terrorists to move where they would like to. There is a player there at the end of the hall. And good spray down by Vortex. They will be taking downstairs. And here is Mysovic waiting behind. And they feel comfortable now that they had that player get in the back halls to move downstairs. But counter TiCXIS with a very good rotate there. Now 3 versus 2. Here comes Mysovic from behind. They left this player there to surprise them. Very good job. And now it is going to be a 1 versus 2. Bomb is on Mykovic. He can plant upstairs. Both of those counter TiCXIS are watching downstairs. He's losing his timing here. Oh no, he should have committed to staying upstairs. For some reason, TiCXIS here did not have good game sense. That was weird. That player sort of jumped at him instead of shooting his weapon. This is a very strange round. Okay, so instead of going in a place where you can rotate out of, he will be staying inside of Toxic. Marin should be aware of this. He actually heard the door make a noise. So here comes Marin now. And whoa, that was surprising. I thought Marin should have had that. He did have positional advantage. And the Fools lose somehow. Or they actually won. Okay, so they did get that point. They should have, I don't know, he should have planted upstairs. There was no one to deal with it. Teams should be able to communicate properly enough to tell where all of the counter-terrorists are. And if we looked at what the terrorists did see, they should have known where both of those counter-terrorists were. He should have known that he had just enough time to plant that bomb upstairs before anybody came and tried to deal with him. But he went downstairs instead, still won, which was weird. That shouldn't have happened. He went 1 versus 2 and gave himself a positional disadvantage, but he was still able to win. Alright, Pusia. It looks like they are sitting one player here to watch ramp. That makes ramp very easy to take, and it looks like TiCXIS will be committing to taking ramp. And Impalement does get a pick. Pusia trying to hold it off, but not going to happen. Marin is the rotator that is supposed to help his player, but he didn't get there in time. They don't have him in a position where he's able to go down the ladder from heaven over here and help in enough time. So now looking bad. They do have one player downstairs to deal with this, but they could still go heaven. And heaven to upstairs would be the proper thing for the terrorists to do, but instead they do go downstairs, and looks like these two counter-terrorists are trying to retake it. Good shooting there from Beck with that FAMAS. Akioni, a little bit late to the party. He's going to have to go down those vents. Now in position to take down this player. Good sprays. And gave time for Beck to come in here and do it. He's got to defuse that bomb. Going to be up to Akioni to protect him. No, this player does have the kit. Will be standing in front of him. Vortex has to push now. Vortex not pushing in time. The bomb does get defused without a firefight there. So it is all tied up now, 4-4. This will definitely mean that the Fools, or LD50, will be ahead here on the terrorist side. So we do have a full buy by the counter-terrorist, but looks like terrorists will have to save. And we'll see what they do with this save round. Looks like they're all pushing the same way. Might be event special. And this is the flash for event special. They're going to blow up the door and then run right downstairs to get that bomb planted. And that player was just a sacrifice there. It didn't look like they did not make it. So that's very unfortunate. They were not able to pull this strategy off. I haven't seen the Europeans try this strategy. This is a strategy that was very common in Counter-Strike Source, because you could run directly into the vents and go directly downstairs without ducking or anything. They changed that for Global Offensive and then put it back in so that you're able to run into the vents, which I always suggested. I thought it was a better idea. It opens it up for more strategy. Having to duck to get into the vents, I always thought was a really bad idea. So I'm very glad that they did change that. So here is Impalement. Looks like he will be saving a deagle, or at least trying to get these counter-terrorists to push so that he could go for a pick. Deagle, not a very effective weapon It does not have very good accuracy. You have to be completely still, like Impalement is right now, and you have to hit him on the first shot. Otherwise, you spray with it. The subsequent shots are not accurate at all. It's a very difficult weapon to use. At this point, after all that patching, and not able to make it happen, looks like he got a shot off. His cursor was on the guy, but luck has it that he will lose. So TiCXIS now, 5 points. We're able to win that round. That's okay, though. No surprise. Terrorists will be buying full AK-47 and full nades and flashes here. And we'll see what they decide to set up and do. They're already doing pretty good here on terrorist side, so they'll be sending a few players outside. We have a push, no. And this is Marin playing very far outside at the red box, just to surprise these players. There's a lot of terrorists outside, so this is Marin's chance to get a mow down here, and able to get one and almost kill another. Good shooting here by Marin. Able to hold these players off. They are committing to this push, though. He's only got 9 health left. Flash is coming down there. Vortex looks like he is getting hungry for a kill. Marin looking up to see if a player will jump from the marshmallow. And here is Micevic on top of the marshmallow. Gonna be wall banging. That's not gonna do much. Force him to reload as well. Now they will know that he is up here on the marshmallow. Nobody to spray through the walls, but he is committing to it. And here he is up now. On top of the marshmallow. Marin waiting for him, but he does jump down. He will not be committing to that. Terrace will be taking inside. Here they go upstairs now. There is one player on the ground. Nice shot. And looks like Accioni will be holding it off. Nope, he does go down. Now just 1 versus 2. Not going to happen. And a good round there for TiCXIS, holding it off. It was all really Marin there, able to hold off a push at outside. Get past the smokes. The smokes were down to allow terrorists clean passage to the back halls there to go downstairs behind bomb site B. But Marin ran through it and got behind the red box and was able to get that mow down. Actually, Marin throwing his own smoke there, which is interesting. Then up on top of the red box. Terrorists not look like they're going to be bothering with outside. Here they go now inside. Will be sort of pseudo-buying. We have a Galil here up on top of the marshmallow. Marin falls back, giving outside. They do have the bomb there set up to go outside, so they're probably going to push outside, maybe do an upstairs take. They're still set up so they can do anywhere right now. I think this is just a distraction to make some noise, make it look like they're playing at ramp. I think they're going to do upstairs split, so have these players from outside go through the mini garage, and then the rest of them come through upstairs. So it's going to be an interesting hold off here. Accioni and Beck will be the players to hold this off. So here they are now, waiting for this push to happen. We heard some walking. We hear them getting ready. Some flashes are going to stream in here now. They have no flashes, actually, so they're just going to have to run in here and go for it. Oh, what? Spray down through the wall. Nice job there. And another player. Let's see if Beck picks this up. Yep. Nope. Accioni actually gets that as well now. Up to 3 frags. 2 terrorists are left. Looks like they are committing to going outside to hell. And Marin goes down. We had a little bit of a lag there on Chenamanil. Sorry, I'm not going to pronounce that correctly. I apologize. Please tell me how if you know. And moving on to the next round. TiCXIS once again able to hold it off. But of course it was like a little pseudo half-buy. Blue shell effect going to start to kick in here. Terrace will be able to start buying. We see the AK-47s. 5 AK-47s here. We haven't seen any ops. That's interesting. Ops are... they're not as useful, but on Nuke, there are places you can put an op. You can put an op outside. You can also put an op here where Apusia is playing. Well, they will not be doing that. You can also put an op up in heaven to watch the cross. It can get easily smoked out, though. And Marin does go down. That will clean up outside. So Terrace will be able to have position here. Oh, the smoke does clear, and good shot by Impalement, taking out Beck through the wall. He was in a positional disadvantage there because the smokes had cleared outside, but he's able to push out and take it. Accioni inside of the heaven, waiting for players to push upstairs, and we do have Impalement already behind enemy lines. This is difficult to deal with. Now counter-terrorists have to watch more than one place at a time as soon as those walls are broken. So the 2 players left are upstairs. Accioni is flashed. He has come to, and the player who I cannot read wasn't able to spray that player down. Somehow Impalement jumped off and died from a fall. That was silly. Let's get an owl vision on that kill. Let's get an owl vision on that weird kill by Impalement. Alright, and we are back. Team's getting ready for the next round. Here they go. Bomb has been dropped. It is a pick round. TiCXIS, because of the blue shell effect, now will be able to buy. Meaning that they're going to get a bunch of money because they keep losing over and over again. They're at 5 points. That's good. They're in a good position. And we're on this planet. I can't read this, so I'm going to call him Spiffy. Here's Spiffy outside. 2 of his players have already gone downstairs. Here they are now. And already getting behind enemy lines. This is going to spell disaster for the counter-terrorists. Right now, they have to watch so many places at once because they allowed them to take outside and downstairs. It's difficult. They have those 2 players once again. They had this before. 2 players inside of the vents. We saw them set up like this. In case one player comes in there, they're able to trade with them. And okay, terrorists are actually coming back upstairs. And good kill there by Spiffy, taking out Marin. And we'll be flashing and doing a split upstairs. There's no counter-terrorists here to deal with this, which is interesting. Akioni coming up here. And, okay, that was an interesting kill. Pulls out the P2000 to get the last one. Just Impalement left. He's nowhere nearby. 1 versus 3. 23 seconds left. Probably, most likely, it is looking bleak for the Fools or LD50, not sure. And he will be pushing forward to go for some frags, maybe. 10 seconds left. That's not enough time to kill 3 players or plant a bomb or anything like that. And he will be falling back and saving that AK-47. That means that his team will get no money for next round. That's interesting that they decided to do that. And yeah, they are now going to be money hurt, which is interesting. Impalement should have run in there. They would have gotten their blue shell money. But now I don't think they get their blue shell money. They're forced to sort of safe buy. Spend everything that they have. That was a very unfortunate decision there by these terrorists. Impalement should have gone for it. Now terrorists still have to save. They only have 2 weapons between the 5 of them. And they've smoked outside. They will be taking outside. See Marin in the back there in a weird position inside of the big garage. What are they doing on the left side? They're not going to be going for the back halls, it looks like. They will be just taking upstairs. Let's get on Maisevic, who's leading the charge here inside. And should use Spiffy as a distraction. Nope. When you're in that position, they can see your feet, but you can't see them. So that was not a good place to stand. And looking bad. Just Spiffy and Keith left. Keith, they're getting ready to take upstairs at the same time together, but really, will this coordination pay off? No, they keep standing in the position where you can see the feet, but you cannot see when you're inside of that mini garage. So that's very unfortunate. Let's show you that. Last round, by the way, in the half. Both teams are going to be able to full buy. Terrorists want to get another point. You're standing right here. You cannot see up there, but they can see your feet. And if they can see your feet, they can shoot through this thing, which is you can shoot through, I think. And you're able to take the player down. And that's what happened to, I think, 3 players there on the Fools team. Let's just call it what it says. And Spiffy does go down right away. It looks like they tried to rush very fast there at the weak point. And looks like that was just to get those players to rotate, and they will be taking upstairs. Chenna Menil here in a position where he can easily rotate upstairs. This is a very good way to play that position. And Maisevic does go down. Terrace trying to take upstairs. Let's just watch the rotate. Okay, not going to be rotating. That's interesting. And TiCXIS will end this thing 10-5. It's pretty much evened up because we're on Nuke, and we'll rejoin once these teams are ready to play the second half. There is your halftime scoreboard, so you can check it out here. Looks like Akioni doing a very good job there, 19-8. Alright, looks like we are doing the first round here. I don't think that this is the freeze time. And smoking outside and just spraying through there. Counter-terrorists have stacked it in preparation for this. Looks like it was set up for a split upstairs. Here comes Beck to clean it all up. 1 versus 3. And doing a good job. Now a 1 versus 1. Pulls out the knife. Should have gone for the reload and fell back. Very close, actually. Beck almost came in there and pulled some thrilling heroics, but not going to happen. The Fools the Fools wins as counter-terrorists that first round. That's so important for them. That'll set themselves up in a very good position to win this thing. Now that they're on the counter-terrorist side and they've won the pistol round. And looks like it's going to be a push here. See the mow down here by Spiffy. Spiffy in position for the mow down. Vortex also getting them, and impalement. That was not pretty to watch. Counter-terrorists there, the Fools able to stack where those players were pushing once again and anticipate their movements. That first round, they had 3 players outside. Terrorists pushed outside. They just mowed them down. Second round, they had 3 players inside of ramp, and terrorists pushed ramp. Let's see if these terrorists will be buying. Nope, they haven't gotten any picks. They haven't gotten a bomb planted. Nothing very good happening for them at this point. They do not have money to be able to buy, or in a point where they feel comfortable buying. They're just going to be rushing upstairs once again. And they do get it, but counter-terrorists with the rotate come in there and mow them down. They're able to pick 2 players that time, including Impalement, who got 3 frags in that round. But now they will be able to buy third round. They gave the first 3 rounds there to the Fools. And here we go now, a full buy versus a full buy. Let's check out where these teams set up. So we get the 5 players coming out here. Should be sending 1 or 2. Going to be sending 2 right away into the ramp. 1 player to watch outside by himself. And then 2 players to play up in the rafters. Actually going to be playing on the ground. So here come the terrorists now to take the site. Moving out, we can see how they spread out to cover all the bases. 1 counter-terrorist rotating to deal with that. Very good smoke here. That prevents the player inside of Mini Garage from doing anything. That was a textbook upstairs take by TiCXIS Gaming. They were able to take it, but they are now down a few men, and somehow Beck runs over, jumps into the vents, and goes downstairs and gets the bomb plant. That'll give them money. Now he's got to hold it off. 1 versus 3. Not easy. He's standing in a position where he can watch everywhere at once, which is where you should be. Very smart, but not able to kill the first player, and he does go down. Vortex to defuse the bomb. The Fools coming back. Or rather, keeping up their lead, not coming back. Now at 9 points to 10. Here they go. TiCXIS Gaming not able to make anything happen on terrorist side. They're playing very aggressively. They're playing strats. They're saying, let's do an upstairs take. Let's just run this way. And it was a very good upstairs take. Very well executed, but they were not able to hold on to it. The rotators took them down. Alright, so now they're splitting up, doing a standard take. They're sending 2 players outside and 3 players inside of the lobby to go for picks. And the players who are outside, they're not actually playing outside. They're just making sure that nobody can rotate from behind them. The rest of them are now inside of the lobby. So they're playing defensively as terrorists. When they want to go for picks, they're waiting for these smokes to clear here so that they can go inside and take ramp. The defensive smokes eventually will wear off. Coming up on 1 minute now. And this smoke will clear in about 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And it will start to clear. And they're going to be throwing their own smokes. Looks like they will be pushing here. Trying to get some picks. There's the flash. And here's Chenna Mendel. No, he does get flash. Not able to push out. And, oh, Vortex mowing him down. Vortex goes down himself. And counter-terrorists tried to push the lobby, but they had 2 players waiting for them. Now just going to be Accioni. Accioni goes down. The Fools able to hold it off. LD50 not allowing these players to take anything. Poor TiCXIS Gaming here. Not able to take anything. They're trying all over the place, trying a number of different strategies. They haven't tried the same strategy twice now, and nothing has worked. They're just beating against the wall everywhere that they can, trying to find a weak point, but they're not able to. It is a save round, and they will be just pushing outside. Hopefully they have a smoke in position. There is a smoke, And Maizovic inside of the smoke there. Ooh, they know him. They know him. They know where he is. And Impalement comes down there and mows a few players down. Marin shooting expertly through the smoke somehow. 1 versus 4 now. And he does go down. Impalement got an ace. I know it was against Pistolers, but let's watch the ace mow down in our owl vision. Alright, here we go. We are back. TiCXIS setting up with a bomb inside, 2 outside, and 3 inside of lobby going for picks. So they're going to play this very passive. Set up in their little defending positions, try and get the counter-terrorists to throw their smokes. Counter-terrorists are set up. 1 in the rafters, 1 on the floor. They seem to be setting up a different way every time, which is smart. Then the terrorists can't anticipate and look a certain direction. Maizovic playing outside. Not allowing them to get into the back halls. And here they go now. We'll be pushing upstairs and doing an upstairs take. Pusia stands in the doorway and blocks his own teammates. They are so scrunched up now. Pusia making a huge mistake. And now going downstairs. They're shooting each other in the smoke. This is just an embarrassing round here for TiCXIS Gaming. Beck and Chenmil able to get the bomb planted downstairs. Now, 1 versus 3 once again with Beck. We've seen the same situation. He hasn't been able to pull it off yet. 1 versus 2 now, making it a little bit easier. 1 player is still upstairs. And good job. Now a 1 versus 1. That player will be defusing that bomb. 2 seconds left. Beck trying to shoot him through the smoke. And the bomb will get defused. Beck shooting in the standard plant position, but it was not planted there. Bad communication with TiCXIS to tell that player where the bomb was planted. He was spraying in the wrong position. Almost had it there. TiCXIS not able to win a single point here on terrorist side. The Fools, LD50 here, whatever they are called, able to hold it off quite well on the counter-terrorist side. They're going to have a lot of money. We got 1 player with 13,000. Alright, so it is another upstairs take. They're just like running into a wall right now. Doesn't look very promising. Where's the smoke for that position? Let's look at where these smokes are. That's a terrible smoke. That's not going to help them at all. It'll block their vision. They want 1 smoke right here, and they want another smoke to land right here. And it'll block off everywhere that they can come from. And they're able to take the site, get the bomb planted, and then set up a defense for when those smokes clear. And then, of course, you can re-smoke it. And that'll, you know, a lot of time will come off that bomb timer. It'll almost be impossible for counter-terrorists to retake it. They're not throwing those. Alright, here we go. They're just going to run against the wall again. Here they go. Going to be taking this ramp. And 1 player looks like he's holding it off, leaving Marin behind to take care of rotators. They were able to take ramp this time. And here's Beck downstairs. He's been MVP of his team on this half. And trying to chase down this player who's in the back halls. Terrorists now have an advantage. Nope, there it goes. Now a 1 versus 2. Maizovic and Keith taking those players down. Just Marin left. We'll see what happens. He does have the bomb. He can plant upstairs. He should. There's no one in position to deal with it. Here's Keith. And Marin making some noise. Keith will be able to sneak up on him now. I really hope that Marin decides to... Oh, no! Oh, no! And Keith takes him down. He planted on the wrong side of the yellow thing. Alright, the Fools now 14 points. Setting themselves up to either push it into an overtime or tie the game. I'm not sure how the rules work here in the Go ASAP number 4. Be interesting to see. If you folks would like to send me more games from different tournaments from around the world, feel free to do so. I would love to cast them. Love to get some games from North America, some games from Asia, some games from Australia even. Let's see what happens. Alright. This is a very important round for the terrorists. They want to actually win a round. Blue shell effect in full effect. They're going to be able to buy for the rest of this game. Unless they win a round. And Akioni not able to get a pick. They're trying to take ramp now. is going to be Vortex here to deal with this. Good spray down. Falls back. Doesn't have to reload. He still has 17 rounds. Does get that reload down. Here's Pusia inside of the position there. Vortex waiting for him. Now this is smart. Instead of trying to just take that player, they give them ramp and say you can go downstairs if you want, but you're not having hell. And these players have to make the decision of whether or not to try to take upstairs or to go downstairs where they probably already have players waiting for them. And here is Spiffy going after that unconnected player. I hate that unconnected thing happens. That is a big glitch with the demos I would like to get resolved. That would be number 1 on my priority right now. Except for 128 tick servers, that's number 1. 1 versus 3 for TiCXIS Gaming. Looking bleak. And he does go down. The Fools now at 15 points. 1 round left in this match point. If the Fools, LD50, is able to win this, they will win this game. Game number 1, and we'll be moving on to game number 2. And looking very good for them at this point, considering they haven't allowed those players to win a single point on Terrorist side. They won 10 points in a row. If you win 10 points in a row, I don't think that there has been an instance where if a team wins 10 points in a row in a pro tournament that the other team's able to come back. So there's a 0% chance of TiCXIS, according to our statistics, a 0% chance of TiCXIS Gaming winning this. And it's looking bleaker and bleaker by the second. And that's going to be that. Next map will be Mirage, apparently. Good game, and it looks like the Fools, LD50, whatever their name is, will be winning this. Thank you folks very much for watching. I am TheWarOwl, and I still have no closer.